Warframe 1999 is an upcoming expansion for the popular online game Warframe, set to release in winter 2024. This expansion takes players back to an alternate version of 1999, where they will navigate a world filled with 90s nostalgia, including grunge aesthetics and the Y2K panic. The story revolves around Arthur and a group of 6 proto-frames who are on a mission to find Dr. Entrati before the turn of the millennium.
Meet the co-star of your grand finale.
What in hell? Entrati, what devils follow you?
Helldivers 2 is set to release on February 8th, 2024, and is a direct sequel to the 2015 game Helldivers. Developed by Arrowhead Game Studios and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, the game shifts from the top-down perspective of the original to a third-person view, offering a more immersive and intense experience. In Helldivers 2, players take on the role of elite soldiers defending their planet from an onslaught of alien creatures.
Be free.
Join the Helldivers.
Experience true freedom.
Requesting air support.
The freedom to travel the galaxy and secure the resources we need to build a better tomorrow. The freedom to encounter fascinating life forms and introduce them to our sophisticated technology. The freedom
Black Myth: Wukong is an upcoming action RPG developed by Game Science, scheduled to release on August 20th, 2024. The game is based on the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West and follows the Destined One, a character inspired by the legendary Monkey King, Sun Wukong. The game is known for its visually stunning graphics, powered by Unreal Engine 5, and offers a challenging combat system reminiscent of Souls-like games. A Quiet Place. The Road Ahead is an upcoming survival horror game set in the same universe as the popular film series A Quiet Place. Developed by Stormind Games and published by Saber Interactive, the game is scheduled for release in late 2024. The game follows an original story where players take on the role of a young woman navigating a post-apocalyptic landscape filled with sound-sensitive alien creatures. State of Decay 3 is an upcoming open-world zombie survival game developed by Undead Labs and published by Xbox Game Studios. Although it was first announced back in 2020, the game is still in development, with a potential release window now estimated for 2025. The game will be available on Xbox Series and PC, and it will be a Day 1 release on Xbox Game Pass.
We ventured out beyond the gates. But you helped us make something greater than the fear and death that surrounded us. We found hope in each other.
Help! I'm surrounded. They're everywhere. There's way more than I was expecting.
And even if we bought the other survivors just one more day, the sacrifice would be worth it. It would always.
Soulframe is an upcoming fantasy MMORPG developed by Digital Extremes, the same studio behind Warframe. The game is set to launch in late 2024, though an exact release date has yet to be confirmed. Soulframe is designed as a spiritual successor to Warframe, but with a focus on slower, more deliberate combat centered around melee, rather than the fast-paced gunplay of its predecessor.
So wield it! Or yield to it. Once you've learned, that is a choice only you can make. Don't you forget it. Even if they find you, even if they sing their song, the magic, it's in you. Yours.
Ferocious is an upcoming first-person shooter developed by the solo developer Omayog, set to release in 2024. The game takes place on a mysterious and deadly island in the Pacific Ocean, where players, after surviving a shipwreck, must navigate a world teeming with prehistoric creatures and hostile mercenaries.
We were always inspired by mysterious places frozen in time, that you may have seen in movies like King Kong and Jurassic Park. We aim to marry the setting and its unique gameplay opportunities with classic first-person shooter mechanics, similar to early installments of franchises like Far Cry and Crysis. The flexibility of the Unity engine allows us to create unique solutions to some of the environmental features, such as custom water effects and realistic vegetation. Use a mix of photo-scanned and handcrafted assets to create a world both scary and beautiful. However, there are some things waiting for you in the jungle that we couldn't find any real-world references for. So we had to improvise.
Perfect Dark is an upcoming first-person shooter, developed by the Initiative and Crystal Dynamics, serving as a reboot of the classic franchise. First announced at the Game Awards in 2020, the game has been in development for several years, and finally showed its first gameplay trailer at the Xbox Games Showcase in June 2024.
I thought it would be like any other mission. I was wrong.
Welcome to Garden City, where it's a pleasant 23 degrees all day, every day.
How far to his last known location?
Local forces are also tracking his whereabouts. You need to find him before they do.
I'll have to improvise.
Generating voice print.
افتح. ارسل واحدا آخر. اختبر البوابة بحسب.
What readings are you getting?
We're getting odd readings from your monitor. Can you confirm?
I'm looking at the screen right now.
Our intel places Carrington on the second floor.
Delta Force Hawk Ops is the upcoming revival of the classic tactical shooter series, developed by Timmy Studio Group and published by Level Infinite. This new entry in the series will be a free-to-play, cross-platform game available on PC, consoles, and mobile devices.
Pushing back the enemy forces.
Enemy incoming! Grenade! Watch out! Give me ammo! Tango, down!
Enemy attacking objective Bravo 1.
Drone activated! Tango down! Take them down! Grenade! Hostile close! Enemy vehicle destroyed!
The enemy is nearly defeated. Don't let them break through.
Splitgate 2 is an upcoming free-to-play first-person shooter developed by 1047 Games, set for release in 2025. Building on the success of the original Splitgate, the sequel retains the signature portal mechanics that allow players to create and move through portals during combat. But it introduces new features like factions, each with unique abilities and playstyles.
Victory becomes a choice. You either take it, or you don't.
3. Let's do it. Take back this mind. 2. 1.
Gotcha.
You don't get extra points for style, right?
Well, when I'm done, they're gonna have to change that rule.
Bodycam is an ultra-realistic multiplayer first-person shooter game developed by Resad Studio, released in early access on June 7, 2024. The game is known for its hyper-realistic graphics, powered by Unreal Engine 5, aiming to provide an immersive experience where players navigate intense tactical combat scenarios.
Second or...
The Forever Winter is an upcoming cooperative tactical survival horror game developed by Fundog Studios, composed of industry veterans who previously worked on titles like Horizon Zero Dawn, Doom Eternal, and Mass Effect. The game is set in a bleak, post-apocalyptic world, where players must survive against towering war machines in a landscape ravaged by industrial warfare and ecological collapse. Fable, the highly anticipated reboot of the classic action RPG series, is currently in development by Playground Games and is expected to release in 2025. This new installment, which will not be titled Fable 4, brings players back to the magical world of Albion with updated graphics and gameplay mechanics powered by the Forza Tech engine.
Living it up with the common folk every single night. On a day-to-day basis, I'd say the true hero is me, someone who's breaking new ground with fruit, with veg, on the agricultural side of things.
Just look at them!
Not wafting around mythical creatures. And that's what they are. Wafters.
Yeah, well done.
You see, I'm not here to slay legendary beasts. I'm here to conquer the vegetable. Not a euphemism. Let's face it, the age of heroes is over. This is the age of innovation. This, if you will, is the age of death. One moment. This is awkward.
Yeah.
Oh. Karma. The Dark World is an upcoming first-person cinematic psychological thriller set in a dystopian world, developed by Pollard Studio and published by Wired Productions. The game is set in 1984 East Germany, where the Leviathan Corporation exerts omnipresent control. Players assume the role of Daniel, a roam agent for Leviathan's Thought Bureau, tasked with investigating incidents through a combination of investigative tools and diving into the memories of suspects.
Immediately enjoy the life-changing benefits of this technological wonder? Call this number now to reach our customer service team that are waiting to assist you with your order. Your newborn social ID is 8490.
Begin round.
Zoochosis is an upcoming horror simulation game developed by Clapperheads. Release on September 23, 2024. The game places you in the role of a nighttime zookeeper named Paul, tasked with managing a zoo where the animals are infected with a horrifying parasite that mutates them into dangerous creatures. Your goal is to identify the infected animals, create vaccines, and cure them before the infection spreads further. Astropulse Reincarnation is an upcoming single-player, sci-fi third-person shooter and RPG developed by Imaginary Studios. Set on a war-torn future Earth, the game explores a world drastically altered by a meteorite strike that has given rise to new species and civilizations. The game blends action-packed combat with deep RPG elements, allowing players to navigate a richly detailed world. Striden is an upcoming action-packed multiplayer shooter developed by 5 Fortress. The game, set in an alternate history scenario, takes place in a post-apocalyptic Scandinavia, where players engage in high-stakes battles for resources and survival. In Striden, 5 teams of 4 players each compete in 30-minute matches, focusing on looting, building, and capturing strongholds while avoiding radiation and hostile wildlife. Ultimate Hunting is an upcoming open-world hunting simulator developed by 3T Games and published by Ultimate Games SA, with a release window scheduled for 2025 or 2026. The game aims to provide an ultra-realistic hunting experience, utilizing Unreal Engine 5 for enhanced graphics and realism.
Know your quarry, their habits, routines, and weaknesses. Shooting, that's the easiest part. But you need to remember, the backwoods can be dangerous. And sometimes, the predator becomes the prey.
Phantom Line is a psychological horror game set in a mysterious and eerie world. Players are thrust into an unsettling environment where the lines between reality and nightmares are blurred. The game focuses heavily on atmosphere, with a strong emphasis on story-driven exploration and solving complex puzzles.
Do not engage. I repeat, do not engage. Your goal is simple. Search and contain the anomaly. I repeat, search. Atlas, do you copy? Respond, Atlas.
Chrono Odyssey is an upcoming open-world MMORPG developed by the South Korean studio NPixel and set to release in 2025. The game is built using Unreal Engine 5 and features stunning visuals, dynamic weather, and a seamless open-world environment called Cetera, which is at war against a force known as the Void. Assassin's Creed Shadows is the latest installment in the Assassin's Creed series, set for release on November 15, 2024. The game is set in feudal Japan during the Sengoku period and features 2 protagonists, Naoe, a shinobi from the Iga province, and Yasuke, a historical figure and samurai who served under Oda Nobunaga.
Our land. Our customs. My family. Burns In the name of unification.
Still a frog in a well, who knows nothing of the sea. The ocean's filled with new ships, but they all come from the same river.
Industria 2 is a sequel to the narrative-driven FPS Industria, developed by Bleak Mill and published by Head Up Games. Set to be released in 2025, the game continues the story of Nora, a young woman stranded in a parallel dimension inhabited by hostile robots. The gameplay will feature immersive elements such as physics-based interactions, crafting, and a diegetic inventory system.
Don't take any risks. We need you.
Project M is an upcoming interactive action-adventure game developed by NCSoft, known for leveraging Unreal Engine 5 to create highly realistic graphics and immersive storytelling. The game places a strong emphasis on narrative-driven gameplay, where the player's choices directly influence the story's progression and ultimate outcome. Black State is an upcoming third-person action-adventure game developed by Motion Blur Studio. The game promises a blend of stealth, action, and intricate storytelling set in a photorealistic world powered by Unreal Engine 5. Players will undertake missions involving rescue operations and uncovering mysteries, working for a group of scientists known as the Architects.
I found one. Looks like I'm in a subway. Moving on.
Roger that. Proceed with caution. Destination is unknown.
Alright. Let's see where this leads. Inside a military base. Activating the map maker. Tell me what you can see.
Busy out there. Stealthy approach advised.
Too late.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is an eagerly anticipated action-adventure game developed by Rockstar Games, scheduled for release in late 2025. The game's setting is the fictional state of Leonida, which includes the neon-soaked streets of Vice City. The story follows the criminal duo Lucia and Jason in a modern-day Bonnie and Clyde scenario.